Okay, here we go.
I think all of the Morgiles that, I guess, at least I can say your name right, John. Morgile. I don't call you Morgan or Morgan or.
This is what they call false pretense.
Your inabilities and your acceptance of deception and lies has only liberated my spirit and soul. So I thank you, and I praise you, and I bless you all, and hope in my heart that you all turn from your wicked ways.
Oh my goodness.
Amen.
Or you're going to have a lot more work to do to try and debunk this, brothers and sisters.
Yeah. March 24th, and it's April 18th. So we're not very far behind you, Pally. Wow. Yeah. It's people like you, buddy, that give love a bad name. And that's really the game, is we're supposed to give it a good name. Don't you realize it can see everything and hear everything at all times? And that uses different people that truly believe? And don't you think it knows who truly believes? So anyway, I'm going to go get my laundry from outside drying out. Let's tune back into the big shows here. I'm sure Jaren's going to pop in. I mean, this is his video. Yo.
But
you are straight wicked, and if you're working for any god, I want nothing. I denounce that god. I have nothing to do with that god.
Yeah, me too.
Wicked.
As always, your best community for top news and information regarding simulation reality, Christianity, and flat earth proofs. Only on Beyond Flat Earth.
But I'll tell you this, the spirit inside is it's ready to fight.
This is the 7th millennium, 7th day. This is their dispensation. We're going to see all kinds of things going haywire.
And this is sort of a biblical topic. This is the battle between Yahushai and...
This is the deal, this is the deal.
Creator, moderator, controller is Yahweh. And Yahushai being the fleshly born, the son of Yahweh. So Jesus is Yahushai. This revelation is being shared through us, through the Holy Spirit, through...
I think you got the names wrong, aren't they? Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say what I got to say about the sun. Honestly, since I was 5 years of age, I carried a shotgun that was taller than myself. It was taller than me when I was 5, and 6, and 7, and 8 years of age. And yes, I went to many religions. Let's just say that. I was a hunter. And to me, as a little one, I think it was real obvious where the sun is and was. So that's all I'm going to say at this point, because I found very few that understand what it means when it says in your Bible, and the Son will come with great power. It couldn't be the one Son that we were given, right? It can't be that simple, can it? Well, I'm here today to tell you on this video that I'm recording another video of Jaren, because I believe that the man believes in truth and he knows that it's within. I'm here to say that we're right on track.
Right, a guy? And you two tell lies? I think that's the two guys you're talking about.
So since Jason and I have been putting these theories out, I've noticed a huge uptick from the satanic sects, I guess you could call, or groups. You have Beyond the Veil.
You have to excuse that background if you don't want to. Don't worry about it. Move on. It'll change in 30 seconds.
And you have people like, what's his name? insanity is sanity. I'm putting out the theory that, all you got to do is take ayahuasca or smoke DMT and you'll realize that it's a simulation. The fire just burns when I hear that because, those who profess good to be evil and evil to be good, those are the people that I really, really despise.
And people really, identified with Mark's foods. They were very popular because it was something that they could identify with.
Create neurolinguistics as well, sorry. Well, it's Beyond the Veil is a podcast that the owners of the Truth Frequency Network, that, Jaron, Mark Sargent, Rob Skiba.
Truth Frequency Radio?
Yes. It's like an internet broadcast radio station.
I've come along to know that, there's Truth Frequency Radio that, Mark Sargent and all these guys are on. I just really want to point this out loud and clear so that everybody can just grab onto it. Hold on to this.
You're a psycho, liar, fool, deceiver.
When you find a shill, when you find somebody that you don't trust, when you find somebody that's lying to you, figure out who they hang out with.
Really? That was easy.
Hey, what did I miss?
When you do this, when you find somebody that you do not trust anymore, when you know that they're lying to you, okay, who is their crew? Who supports them?
Oh, that's simple, because they only have one friend, so that's easy.
Okay, who do they hang out with? Who's in their chat? Who do they support?
You Google and you Google by.
When you do that, you're going to come back to these channels like Truth Frequency Radio.
And basically the three dispensations were the Yahweh's revelation to man, which was the Old Testament, Yahushai, the son of Yahweh, which was Jesus.
Okay, I'm going to stop that clown right now and tell you what that word is. And it's the most sacred word on the planet. It's something that we all do and we all say. So it's something that we all do, and then when we do that, we say it, and there's no controlling it. And the thing about it is that I noticed when I was growing up, because we do it all the time. Every human being on this earth does it all the time. When I would do it, I would follow through. And it was later in my time that I could hear what I was saying. However, what I noticed is that the people around me would hold it in. Yep, you guessed it. Maybe you didn't. It's a sneeze. And Yeshua is what we say. And those that are not able to sneeze and say that, there you go. There's your answer. If they hold it in, if they can't follow through and say it, then there's your answer. That right there tells you what kind of a person that they are. Think about that. There's no getting away from a sneeze. And then, of course, we've done it so many times that, there was a time during the Black Plague, and it even states in your Bible that don't go around blessing people because you don't know who you're blessing. And it was during the Black Plague, during that time. So think about it. Yeshua is a very sacred name. There's no human being that can escape that sound unless that they want to. Their willpower. See, our willpower, we can hold it in. Our willpower, we can say it or not. Those that say it, obviously you can tell what kind of a person that they are. Those that can't say it, those that hold it in, those that distort the sound, those that muffle it, those that stop it, those that halt it, That right there is your answer. It's very, very simple. However, we've been doing this for a very, very long time, and they've came up with a thing like, if you sneeze 3 times, you have good luck, or you're going to be pregnant, or, if you sneeze 7 times in a row, you'll have good luck for 10 years, and it's this and that. It's like, are you serious? Because I know I am. Let's move on with our little show here. Because Jaron is, like I had said, knows that the truth comes from within. And he also acknowledged on this video, which is published March 24, 2017, the title of it is Circus in Town, ! Event Skeptic, & Awake Souls, Lying Christians. That's the name of the title. He did state that all these different religions were there for a purpose. He did acknowledge that. The only thing that I caught that he keeps doing is he keeps using a gender when he's speaking of an almighty creator. So that's all I have to say, Yeshua.
You have these 3 things. Everything comes in 3s.
And what about shoes? Slippers? Cufflinks? Contacts? Lungs? Wings? Skis? Crutches? Speakers?
Yep.
Windshield wipers?
Yep.
Boots?
Yep.
Gloves? Earrings?
Yep.
Eyes?
Yep.
Kidneys?
Yep.
Dice? Skates? Chopsticks?
Yep.
Headlights?
Yep.
Knitting needles?
Yep.
Tongs?
Yep.
Clippers? Scissors?
And then you have people that are denouncing all 3 of those things, and you'll see, and then they'll throw in deception like a drug, like ayahuasca is the key. So if you want to know the truth that I have, the quickest way for you to do that is to get really, really stoned and let the spirits that are telling you while you're high what reality.
Who do you think created all
Now
this?
that I know who to look for as
Bunch
far
of
as
clowns.
who's on the other team, who's hiding
about
the
that?
truth as opposed to who's looking for the truth, I know that it's the other team that's really promoting this ayahuasca thing, so I sort of re-engineer the whole situation.
I'm going to stop and say real quick, this person here, I've seen a few of his videos. The other person I've seen a few times on a few other videos, really didn't pay attention to what he was saying. But this person here, the few videos that I did watch of the person that you see on the screen, I guess would be Awakened Souls. Whew. This person here has a very rocky relationship with the Almighty because, he's searching. You can tell in his voice and his tones, his mannerisms, his inability to pay attention. As Jared pointed out earlier, when someone was talking to him, I guess the dog was in the road or someone, a neighbor or something. So, I don't know. Okay, look, that's me in the middle of the screen there. There you go. For everybody that wants to know who I am and what I look like, there you go. So I'm going to move on with this show here.
To understand that if these people are promoting it, there's probably a problem with it. And the truth, the way, the life is only through Yahushai, the creator who manifests in this world. Witchcraft almost always boils down to, literally boiling and distilling things. It's alchemy. They take things and they boil and distill until they end up with some sort of concoction.
Witchcraft is boiling and distilling things.
I think it's called cooking.
And it's witchcraft.
I have to believe that all scriptures are inspired and that they're the truth, and everything else that I've spoken or heard has been lies. Right?
No, you're not
I
right.
stand by that all men are liars, and the scriptures, the word of
That's
Yahweh
right.
is the truth.
So, if the Almighty said
Men
that,
write books. Men.
that's right.
Men are liars. Men write books.
That's right. He
Listen
can't
to
even hear
yourself.
what he said. I know.
So again, if I show you Chris and Sherry Geo, here, I guess they would be the owners of the Truth Frequency Network that all your favorite flat earthers are on.
Well, they talk really smooth. Really smooth. Like, you can listen to them and totally get sucked into that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
These are the owners of Truth Frequency Radio who host... Who is it again?
I'm going to go ahead and...
Jason, who really...
I'm going to go ahead and pause it here for a second and say my last bit, because I don't like making, 20, 30-minute videos like some of you guys. The deal is very real. It's in the news. It's been in the news since Halloween '96. The D. All the big wigs, they know about it. That's a guarantee. The people that have ran across it and seen what was online, the honeypot site to begin the reclassification, reverse doctoration, not very many people in 20 years made it through. But there's a few of us that have got to this point to where we can see through, and we have the tools and the resources to immediately expose reality. Not television, reality. And that's the deal in the news. Now, the name servers are going to be doing some changes before October 2017, when the domain name system resolvers kick in to where everyone has a security certificate. So from now, which is April 18th, until then, I'm one of the lasting founders of the D. And personally, I'm going to make sure that the root certificate remains outside of the boundaries of the United States corporation. For my own personal reasons as a technician, and some of these other admins, let's just say. And I'm going to go ahead and make this statement because it's not going to be in very many other places. But, you're not going to get me, you meaning false believers and make-believe fairy tale Disney World garbage. You're not going to get me in trouble again with whatever you think created everything. Because since I was 4, 5, 6, 7 years of age, I held a 20-gauge shotgun in my hand. And my only worry during that time in my life, which was 4 or 5 years, the only thing I worried about was tripping and dropping the shotgun and shooting myself. So now I'm a United States Army veteran, and my life path and design was with this electronica. So during the 20 years, I've seen many of you. I've listened to many of you. I mean, there's upwards of tens of thousands of people and businesses and organizations that I personally have conducted research on and ran across and met. So I don't put up with too much. I don't have too much toleration for the falsehoods. And that's really what the D is all about. It's a domain naming system, so we can decipher exactly who is who. Kind of like what Jeranism is doing here, except on a very personal level. And here, I'll go ahead and tell you the secret of it. It's better than any credit bureau. That's the deal. Keep it real. Keep it real. truthfrequencyradio.com. Let's check them out, see what they got to say here with Jaron. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up, yos.
Tiger. How do you not know what you're talking about? You've been talking about it for the last 15 minutes.
It's Sherry and Chris Gito.
No, but who did they have on this show that we hear about on the Flat Earth all the time?
Well, we got Zachary K. Hubbard, we got Jaron and Nissa, we got Mark Sargent, we got Rob Skiba, we got, who else we got? I know we got Zen Garcia, we got...
Do you think it's possible that a couple of Satanists that own a radio station and have a bunch of deceivers on their show, do you think it's possible that they have some, like, really truth tellers that are going to bring home some real truth for people, or do you think that they're probably just all Satanists deceiving you?
Free house shot, there's always a way. But unfortunately, out of all these people here, me and you have personally been calling them all out, and I've heard nothing but crickets.
Hey, buddy, have you ever noticed what crickets sound like? It sounds like a modem. Modulation, demodulation. How about that, Applejack? They oversee that. They can't get that.
You're a freaking psycho.
No shit.
Yeah. It's in the shambles or ashes. And that's what I believe.
We're really all psychos.
It's the spirit that rises from the ashes. And these people here, all they're doing is they're igniting the flames. By their thumbnails, the way that they market themselves, you can see the Aleister Crowley, aliens, you see all the Anunnaki deception, flat earth. Chris and Sherry are both flat earth proponents. Well, they were. And then you see, as you have forced the truth and the quickening, I've noticed, like 1 month ago, they come out with the Matrix, and then they come out with it's ayahuasca.
There's a lot of people that get like to mess up on drugs that try to envision Yahushua or Jesus as some sort of drug dealer.
And you want me to do ayahuasca and DMT and not listen to the Holy Spirit, you're going to get blasted. And the fire is alive, and it's well with us, and we're going to witness to it. My two favorite guys, Jaron from Jeranism and Antonio the Subarats, and how off the money they really are. So
I show my evidence, because if I'm saying something wrong, if I don't understand maybe somebody can find it. Oh, this isn't actually east. It actually is this way, and the Google program screwed up. Whatever.
Good.
Tell me.
Yeah, correct me.
Correct. Yeah.
I'm the same.
Okay, Jaron, Catholics, I'd love to correct you. So,
all right, here comes my correction. Ronnie's about to put me in my place. Let's listen carefully.
So first off, I'd like everyone witnessing this with me and Jason to notice the position of South America in the globular representation that they're showing here. Where did it go? He just had it on. As you're going to see, South America is definitely to the east of. Sorry. As you can see here, where did it go? There's the picture.
Look how he's just moving the mouse back and forth in the same spot. What was he trying to show? Just say how you debunk me.
How the sun sets, dude.
They can't, Jaron. I said that earlier in this video, I believe. This is part 2. I said it earlier, they can't. And then when they get to that point, when they know they're caught, I believe the final searching is then and there, because they either have good intentions or bad intentions, and they bless you. Then they say, oh, God, I'm going to pray for you. God bless you. And I mentioned about the Black Plague, and it says in the Bible that you do not just go blessing anyone when you hear them sneeze, because it says in there, you don't know who you're blessing. That's the lesson. I really hope you don't get worked up too much more with these clowns, because I call them idiots. I mean, that's IDIO, dot, idiot. That means ID the dot. These buttons that you see rolling across the screen for those that are watching this video, these buttons that we get to push for the DIL, the deal, to keep it is real. It's not a place, it's a state of mind. Duh.
Due east, due west.
Don't get caught up with them too much, Jared. They're playing around. They're little babies.
Flash it for a second, and I think I know why.
Are you trying to show South America under North?
They don't know what they're doing.
The position?
They're showing off is what they're doing.
Yeah, because they showed it here.
It's called adoration.
He had it on this map. But, okay, here, I'll just go into the next clip. So we have, we've got Jaron in there.
Come on, Ronnie, be nice, man. You're ripping me a new one.
No doubt.
For reproof. So when I go back to this Antonio Super Ads video, where they're trying to discuss the flight from Santiago to Sydney, you got Jaron. He's commenting on here, Antonio, you beat me to it. And right away I jumped on this because the map that they're promoting and asking to be reproved, if that's the correct word, reprove.
Dude, what are you talking about? That's Antonio's map. I have nothing to do with that. When I said you beat me to it, he's talking about the angles of the compass on the flight and the headings.
They like to twist people's words.
And me in the hangout, right?
You know that.
I have nothing to do with that map. How are you debunking me?
Am I speaking?
Makes them feel better.
You were breaking up. I couldn't understand what you were saying.
Because you don't pay attention.
Well, they're asking for correction.
Yeah.
Right?
Who is asking?
Yeah. So
I'm.
If you could let me screen share quick, I'll just I got some reproof form.
Yeah, you want to show it? Okay. So I just want everyone to make sure they're looking at the maps that Antonio is sharing.
Yeah, I've got it.
Okay.
What Ronnie was showing was how Jaron, Jaron covered the Max Egan flight, and then Antonio put out this video, and he's got this like la la music, and the way he talks is all la la, and he makes this point how coming out of Sydney, going to Santiago, Chile, how going east, is going around like this on the popular flat Earth model, the AE model where the sun and moon are doing circles, and
he just blows his nose.
What does this have to do with debunking me?
It doesn't.
What are you talking about?
It has nothing to do with it.
Antonio was trying to make a new map, trying new things. That's how you get to the truth. Pathetic.
This model right here works better than the globe,
say
right?
That again, Bobby.
Yeah, but what is going on here? What happened? We've got South America like underneath North America, and we have the tip of it.
Oh my gosh, that guy's tones and his frequencies really getting to me. He's just reaching for straws, like I had said earlier. I've seen him before. He's trying to balance out his relationship, and he's reaching. He really is. Because they're not pointing out not anything here. They're not debunking nothing. All they're doing is regurgitating.
This is a total cockamamie.
He can't even say the word. It's called cockamamie.
Oh yeah, you're good, bro. Everyone's laughing. Well, it's pretty comical, man, that these guys, the liars that they are, the deceivers.
Check you out,
they
dude.
They ask for correction, and then they put this out.
Who are you talking about? Can you not even get people straight? Do you know who you're debunking? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm sure he has some pretty bad days, buddy. The two people that you're showcasing, they're it's obvious that ID, which I believe is intelligent design, that's me in the middle of the screen, by the way, it's rolling around again, put you on their path and vice versa, so we can get to this point. Yeah. It's the deal. It's real. Keep it Israel. Let's go, yo.
Where's the debunk?
I drew a straight line across here on an AE map where you have South America that's out here to the right of North America, so that the western side of South America lines up with the eastern coast. And now when you draw that straight line from Sydney to Santiago, look at what happens with that flight,
That's money.
You're coming in here like northern California or Oregon.
You just showed exactly what Antonio said the flight plan was. The flight path. Why are you drawing a straight line where no one said that?
Because he don't know what he's doing.
Can you not see your own stupidity? I'm embarrassed for you.
Yeah, me too.
You're going over Texas. I mean, you're like north of almost all of Mexico. You're going over Central America. You're going over the western side of South America. Like, look at that. So that they totally. I'm just going to go back and show what he was showing again. Look at this distortion. Look at what he did to South America.
Okay, I paused it to say I guess there's going to be a part 3 of the movies that I'm doing, or these videos, or whatever you call them. Because Jaron, when he published this on March 24th, it's 1 hour, 29 minutes, and 12 seconds. And there's so many different characters, I'm just going to say characters, that are being, literally I'm saying it, I mean, it's an alphabet, are being talked about or showcased, meaning that means I have to say something about what I know. In other words, if there's a connection, because the formula that I happen to believe is 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. Write it down on a piece of paper. 1 by 1 by 1 by 1. There's the formula. And for 20 years, constant 20 years, I have 10 plus that, so 30 plus years being online and around these machines. I've heard a lot about these characters. Maybe I mentioned it in this part 2. Yeah, there's going to have to be a part 3 because I don't even like going over 30 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and make some comments about the other characters on the last 30 minutes of Jaron's show here. And because I have clips of a lot of you guys, gals, girls, guys, all of you. That's the deal. It's real. DIL, Direct Internet Locator Com. A capital D, capital Enter, capital Com. What do you got? A D, Intercom. And that's what I'm about. Because I'm fed up with, I'm fed up. I've had enough. These people are absolute whacked out. Now, I could show on the center of the screen something about what someone said, that the people will believe truth even if it's a lie. And when we get in that time, we know we did our jobs or something like that. But I'm not going to bring that up. I have in excess of over 2 or 3 million files, that I could flash on the screen. Well, I'm not going to do that. It's all already out there. These guys talk about the same thing, and then they'll watch someone else's video and they'll dissect it. It's called dissecting. And this particular point in this video that Jaron made, they said that they would debunk him or prove him wrong or reproof or something like that. And they're not doing anything except talking about something that, this is a good one, Mark Sargent talked about. And you guys have just been talking and 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 talk for what? At least near as I can tell, the surge of the internet wave was about 3 years ago. So let's just say 2012, 2013. You know, after the Mayan calendar calculator tripped over, around that time, just a bunch of talk. Well, on the next video, on the third video that I have to make because of Jaron, and the reason why is because my connection to him, one by one, and then one by one. One by one. There's your whole formula to everything, everywhere, all the time. So if you're in a relationship, you have one by one. If you have one by one, there's two people. What, you think just those two people could live? No, there's going to be another one and another one. That means the grocery clerk. That means the friend next door. That means the milkman. That means another human being. One by one, by one by one. And then if you wrote it down on a piece of paper, you see 3 X's. Or if you tilt it to the side, you move your paper, 45 to the right or 45 degrees to the left, you can see a cross, 3 crosses. Or if you're an energy nut, you'd see 3 positives. So again, the answer is one by one by one by one. That's the formula that all human beings, no matter what they do, and no matter who they are, they could be a jailer, a prisoner, a judge, a clerk, a homeless guy, a banker, a fucking president. Now, see, you guys already messed me up. I'm practicing my French. Anyway, we're watching you, and that's the deal. We have the resources in place, and we've just been waiting. That's all. We've already weaved it. We've been waiting. So the talking is just about done when I have to make these videos to show how serious that we really are. Well, my name's Johnny. Maybe you know the rest of the song by Charlie Daniels. Here, let's go. Here we go, yo. We got 33 more minutes. That ought to give Russian vids a giggle.
Eat this to create some sort of like possible flight here.
Hang on.
Yeah.
This needs a... Man, this is...
Guys.
I don't know how much work the shills and the liars put into putting this map together, because you know the broad picture that they're painting is that it's just a quick hop and a jump.
How much work? He drew a map. What do you mean, how much work?
Yeah.
It probably took him a half hour. And what do you mean they deserve a drum roll? Do you know what a drum roll is? How can somebody deserve a drum roll? Wow. And who is they? I'm really embarrassed for you.
So yeah, I took a screenshot of their map, and this is what they have here. They have Sydney to Santiago going out here, you know, across the Pacific like this. But then if you look at Buenos Aires to Johannesburg, it would be like way down here. It's not even on the map. This is like by far the longest flight. Look at that flight path.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, man. You're going across the Main here from Buenos Aires to Johannesburg. Let's go back and look at the globe. All right, we know we're not on a globe, but look at Buenos Aires.
Butts are for pooping and dumping. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part 2 video, and then here if they finally get to what they were trying to say to Jaron, because he only has, 32 more minutes on this video here. And I still haven't went for my bicycle ride today. Like I said, I'm going to be getting to most of you that are causing some little ripples out there and letting you know where you fit into the big picture. If you don't know what the big picture is, you're not looking at the screen very well.